Barramundi. You will asking yourselves, what is Miguel doing with that spear? Barramundi is the most hunted fish of the Aboriginals in Australia. Barramundi literally means large scale river fish. It cooks absolutely beautifully. It's a white flaky fish. It's got lovely contents of oil. If you cook it in the skin, get nice and crispy. But for this recipe, I'm gonna give it a little bit of a Spanish touch with a tropical, obviously, contrast. And for the Spanish twist, a lovely piece of jamon. And what I'm gonna do is actually wrap it around the barramundi fillet with no skin. So when the fish is cooked in the pan, all the lovely fat of the pig is gonna start to get crushed and it's gonna cook with the lovely juices of the fish. With the help of a very hot pan, there you are, we're gonna start crisping the outside very carefully, making sure that we get a lovely crust in the jamon. Start sizzling straight away. Remember, the pan needs to be really hot, so it's gonna straight away seal the jamon. These guys, they're serious fighters. That's why they're the favorites of our fishermen. This liquid is the emulsification of the hot oil, extra virgin, the juices of the fish, and that lovely fat of the jamon melting in the oil. Now we're gonna turn it, and we're gonna see how amazing this is getting nice, hard, and crispy. And the fish is gonna keep nice and soft in the middle. And as you can see, barramundi is a really white fish. So when it cooks into the fat, it's getting an amazing golden color. Look at that, just so beautiful. We're gonna let it cook in here, slowly, get up the lovely sizzling. And for the garnish of this dish, the tropical twist, star fruit. An amazing piece of fruit coming from the area that's got a lovely contrast of acidity and lots of water. So really nice and chunky. We're slicing the star fruit and we're using this, a nice white plate, to get that contrast of colors. Look at how beautiful and how amazing is the shape of this fruit. By the time you will finish in your salad, the fish will be nearly ready. Remember to keep basting it all the way. And as you can see, the jamon starts to form part of the fish. It's melting and blending together with the fish fillet. And now, we're gonna use some basil, one of my favorite herbs. The leaves of the basil go one on top of each other. Roll into a cigar, and with your really, really sharp knife, get into it. Slice, 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 slice. And now the next step, with all that leftover juice in the pan, we put the basil in it. So beautiful. Now the oil is infusing with the basil, and slowly we keep basting it. We get it out of the pan, set it into a chopping board, and what we're gonna do to present it is give it a lovely cut through the middle. Just pass the knife. Wow, it's very hot still. And you can hear crackling. The jamon is crackling because all the fat is cooked. It's like when you do in the morning crispy bacon. When you have your two lovely pieces of fish, as you can see, it's nice and soft still, and it's got a lovely white color. We set it on the base of the plate. I don't know how will you say this in Aboriginal, but in Spanish we say muy, muy bueno. And with 3 single ingredients, we make beautiful looking, sexy plate. Barramundi. So I found my spear, my barramundi is ready. Spear this guy, and let's have a taste. A ver, as you see, I didn't season the fish. The jamon is very salty already, and it gives you plenty of salt for the dish. And the star fruit is so watery. I think even the Aboriginal community will be so proud of a Spanish chef cooking barramundi a la española. Here we are, the Mila Mila waterfalls in the Atherton tablelands, really high up. I couldn't pick actually a better place to cook my tropical mango and cashew nut salad. For the next salad, I just require a few amazing tropical ingredients and lots of leaves. It's very, very healthy. For the first thing, just gonna slice the mango. Cut the cheeks. The mango is one of the, we'll call the superfruits. It's got 17 different kinds of amino acids, and it's got the 3 musical vitamins, A, B, C. The vitamins A, B, C. Just cut it with the skin, nice and chunky, put it in the mixing bowl. The best to use the mangoes when they're nice and ripe. These sort of salads, they're very typical from Malaysia, Southeast Asia, and it's got a lovely tropical twist. Second part of the recipe, a little bit of chili in the salad. In Mexico, in the street, they sell mangoes with chili powder because mango is that sort of fruit that actually goes with everything. Now, for the leaves in the salad, nice and Asian greens, like snow pea sprouts with a lovely Asian flavor, soybean sprouts, they're really watery and they're really crisp, and they're the must-have ingredient for every Asian salad. A lovely, lovely, lovely green Asian that I really like is the bok choy. We're gonna chop the soft bit, leave the white bit aside, and just roll it into a cigar, and finally chop it. There you are. Just mix in a little bit. Now, the nutty part of the salad, my cashews, nice and salty, give it a lovely texture and a nice crunch. Don't be shy with this stuff, I love it. After that, I've seen these amazing baby cucumbers. Slice this nice and thin and whack it into the bowl. A little bit of color, the lovely purple basil, it's got an amazing bitter taste. Just pick a few leaves, just roughly whack them in. Beautiful. Wow, it looks almost like a paint. It's so beautiful. Now for the oniony flavor of the salad, a little pink shallot. So, very nice and fine. The pink shallot, it's got that lovely oniony flavor, but without touching the edge or the acidity of a white onion. Break them with your fingers and spread them around the salad. Mix, mix, mix. Now, I got these amazing onion sprouts that I found, and they're very rare to find. They're so beautiful with the little black tips. Love them. They got a little crunch as well when you eat in the salad. They're like, almost like hair. So just trying to break them apart and put them through the salad. For the dressing, the first ingredient is the ginger. You don't need to peel it because I'm gonna use a microplane, and everything is gonna go in the mortar pestle, like where the real ingredients blend together and they bruise, and all the oils and fragrance and aromas become only one. So a tiny little bit of ginger with the skin and everything. Remember that we're just gonna use the liquid. Don't be shy with this stuff. It's got an amazing flavor. Pack, 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 pack. The second ingredient, fresh turmeric. This is just amazing. Turmeric is very well used in a lot of curries, laksaks, and a lot of Asian stir fries. Just microplane and get into it. It's got a lovely color as well. Wow, the smell is amazing. It's a root as well, and it's really strong, powerful flavor. So don't be shy with it. Remember that we're gonna smash everything together and it's gonna bruise and become only one flavor. For a little bit of crunch, sesame seeds. I love sesame seeds. And they go a powerful nutty flavor. The black ones and the white ones, for the color and for the flavor. The last hard ingredient for our dressing is the chili. Trying to get one really nice and hot. Remember, it's already some chili here. We're gonna put some chili in the dressing too. Not chopping it, just getting to the microplane. And slowly you can see how it's grating beautifully into the mortar pestle. No more than half a chili, no, will become too hot and overpower the rest of the flavors. For the liquid ingredients, we have some cucumber. We're gonna use the cucumber seeds. They got a lots of water content. So they actually, when we bruise, they're gonna create a lovely liquid, and it's what is gonna coat all our salad. It's gonna be lovely. So just the seeds of the middle, scoop them with your spoon, and almost like a cucumber waterfall. Look at the waterfall, look at the waterfall. There you are. Both sides of the cucumber, trying to get a really big chunky cucumber, and make sure that it's really watery and plump. And now let's go to the Asian part of the liquid. Mirin is a rice vinegar, and it's got a lovely connotation of sour flavor that is gonna cut through the sweetness of the mango. A tiny splash, not much of this stuff. Fish sauce, it gives it that lovely saltiness because we're not seasoning, and it gives it that little touch of the flavor of the sea. Very little splash as well. Don't get too crazy with this stuff. And my favorite, sesame oil. Such a strong, powery fragrance. It's just amazing how it's so nutty, and it just makes things taste so beautiful. About 2 teaspoons, splash. My mint leaves go into the mix because they got lovely freshness and they're gonna balance the rest of the dressing. Now, in the mortar pestle, all the ingredients are in, is when the time of the truth comes in. Start bruising, my favorite part. Just roll it around and make sure you're actually bruising every single ingredient together. I can smell the fish sauce and the mirin. It's lots of lovely aromas from the turmeric and the ginger. Wow, it's looking great. There you are, all finished now. Let's have a little taste. The good chef always tastes the food. And if you need a little bit more ingredients, just go for it. There you are. Now, the leaves come in just right at the end. Because if you put them from the beginning, they will wilt and they will be nice and crisp. That's how we want a nice salad, beautifully crisp. So, we get a lovely variety of leaves. Lolo, a little bit of tatsoi leaf, some roque, lovely Asian greens, and we mix them into our salad. All the leaves go in. Now when the dressing comes, just at the end, it smells amazing. With the spoon, just drizzle the dressing all around the salad. The color of the turmeric, the little sesame seeds, is making it look almost like a passion fruit pulp. And the aroma is just unbelievable. With the help of the spoon, you're gonna stir everything really nicely, being careful to don't break the mango because mango is really ripe and it's really soft and sensitive. Let's put it on a plate and let's see how it looks. And slowly with your spoon, trying to get every single color of our beautiful ingredients in the salad. So when you plate it, nothing gets covered by the leaves. And you get a lovely exposure of every single ingredient. The mango is one of the perfect fruits for a perfect diet because they got a really high content of polyunsaturated fatty acids that melt all the fatty love handles that we all have. To finish, a little sprinkle of sesame seeds from nice and high like a waterfall. And bueno, a little bit more cashews. I love this stuff. What better kitchen I could get myself than these waterfalls to cook this amazing Southeast Asia salad with mangoes, cashew nuts, chili, and cucumber dressing. Wow, I couldn't pick a better place. So I'm going for a swim and I'm having my lovely salad. And a chef uses his knife almost for everything. I forgot my fork and knife. And what better idea for an Asian salad to use some chopsticks. So I think I'm gonna make myself some. What a great idea. Amazing waterfalls, fresh produce, and the amazing flavor of the chili and the cucumber. They're the perfect wedding with the cold water freezing my food at the moment. Cocktail time!
What do you reckon?
What do you
So
reckon?
what we've got here is some lovely kiwi fruits, and then I've got some green apples over here. I'm going to start by smushing these up. Just smush it right
So
in
what
there.
I do, I just squeeze.
And I've got a little bit of apple liqueur. I'm just going to put half a shot in. It'll enhance both the green apple and the kiwi fruit. I've got some blanco tequila. It's got a beautiful nuttiness. So I'm going to put 45 mils in here, a lot of tequila. Now I'm grabbing some apples. Okay, chop a couple of these up.
1, 2.
Turn this one off. All right, so we're going to put one in. Nice and fresh. Can you smell it?
Oh.
It's good. I'm going to put 30 mils in each of the cocktails. Get some ice, baby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow, I need to have a go in that. Ready, baby? Toma ya, chaval, eh?
Good job.
My favorite, baby. Shake it. You got to do the whole samba, eh? Smell unbelievable.
I had these full of ice just to chill them down. This is a Hawthorn strainer.
A Hawthorn strainer. Okay. Oh, that's amazing colors, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it's got a lovely foamy little top.
And I didn't double strain it because I want all those seeds in there. What do you reckon, Miguel? Have a taste?
Oh,
Hey.
let's taste it.
Salud.
Salud. Ah, it's like biting into an apple, but just drinking a cocktail.
And you get the kiwi fruit and the little seeds.
More cocktails,
Ah,
more
good.
cocktails, more cocktails, more cocktails. With this beauty, Mr. Pomelo, I'm gonna make an amazing tropical tart. cheating a little bit because the kiwis not actually coming from the tropical, coming from New Zealand. But we call them tropical fruits back here in Australia. What we need to do is just get a little bit of the rind of the pomelo. It's got an amazing strong power of flavor. So we need Mr. Microplane and just a tiny little bit of the rind in the bowl. It's gonna flavor the curd beautifully. The zest is got a really strong flavor. And now we're gonna cut this beauty in half, and this is gonna be the base of our lazy pomelo tart. And there you are, look at this beauty. You see how thick is the skin? It's really spongy. Just always when you have a round object, make sure you cut the base, so you have now a perfect tart base with this half pomelo. Now with a spoon, we're gonna scoop out a tiny little bit of that segment. It's a little bit tough, and slowly work the segments until everything starts to come out. Get into the white part of the skin, and all the segment, the leftover will come in one piece. Scoop it all out, and now we have an amazing tart base and with an amazing tropical look. And now with the leftover juice in the bowl, hold with your spoon. It doesn't matter if a little bit of pomelo go inside, because it'll give a little bit consistency and nice chunky texture. Now, whole eggs, very simple. We crack about 3 eggs. Be careful, no little bits of cells go through the mix. And the third one. And now the sugar. 3 eggs, more or less about 1 cup of sugar, nice and sweet, to contrast the acidity of the pomelo. So with your finger, about more or less 100 grams of sugar, 25, 1 cup of sugar. There you are. My measurements are fantastic. And now a really, really strong, energetic whisk. So the sugar start dissolving into the egg mix, and it's sweetening all the curd. Have to be nice and strong for this. Have to use the guns. At the same time you're whisking, you put lots of air inside. So now it lost that yellow color from the egg yolks, and it's got a fantastic pale color. So now, put the egg yolks in there, about more or less 150 grams of butter that you're gonna cut in a few pieces, 2 cuts. And now, slowly but surely, we put in the butter, step by step, so it melts it through and emulsify beautifully with the eggs, thickening the mixture and forming that marvelous texture of a thick curd. The aromas of the pomelo, that citrusy flavor, I can almost taste it. So keep whisking, don't stop doing this, so we don't have scrambled eggs, and more butter in it. And as you can see, the curd starts to get consistency and it's thickening it up. That means that the egg yolks, the fat in the egg yolks is cooking, and the protein of the egg whites start to coagulate and setting into a beautiful thick mixture. The last bit of butter, keep whisking, and as you're looking into the mix, you'll be able almost to tell when it's no more setting actually happening. And you got this hard egg because it's cooking in the sides of the bowl. That means that the lemon curd, pomelo in this case, is nearly ready to go. Now stop the heat and get the curd out of the pot. So as you can see, lovely silky consistency. A little trick, when the curd is finished, is give a little bit of a squeeze, a little bit of touch of freshness. So with the 2 hands, this small little tiny pomelo is gonna give that lovely last touch of freshness. Now let's come into my favorite part, the plating. So get all the sugar on the chopping board and get our amazing tart case, our lazy tart case. So we don't have to do anything, just scoop the pomelo off. So slowly put the spoon underneath and look at that, wow. Tropical, simple. Make sure that all the curd in the sides doesn't go in the mix, because remember, it's a little bit overcooked. And we will have little chunks of scrambled eggs through our mix of the pomelo. Now, for the New Zealand part of the recipe, we're gonna slice a kiwi fruit. So slice it really nice and thin with the skin on. because all the goodness, the vitamins, and all the good stuff lives in the skin. Now, slowly, we're gonna layer on top of the pool of curd. The last one goes in the middle. With the help of this very little blowtorch, we're gonna put a tiny little bit of sugar on top of the kiwi fruit and caramelize it, form beautiful crust, and start caramelizing. As you can see, the color of the sugar is changing automatically, and it looks fabulous. The kiwi fruit is protecting the curd to get burned. Sweet baby, sweet. So now it's ready to eat. I cannot wait to enjoy my amazing lacy tart of pomelo and kiwi fruit. Come. Mamá, yo quiero. Mamá, yo quiero. Mamá, yo quiero. Here we are. Would you like to try my tart?
I can see the kiwi fruit. That looks great.
Ladies first, please. It's nice and creamy.
And crunchy.
Okay, let's go for it. Wow. Little touch of the burnt sugar.
It's crunchy.
Give it a lovely crunchy flavor.
Lovely. I'm going to finish this.
Okay, well, let's go do some work. Less cha-cha and more chop-chop.